Let's try to understand this better with PowerShell. So I'm going to launch the PowerShell from the console itself and then resize this to get a better view. Alright, so I got authenticated and my Azure drive is built, but what I want to show you is the command which is responsible to retrieve the Azure role definitions. The command to retrieve the roles and the definitions is get-az role definition. So when you hit enter, you're going to get a set of roles and their JSON equivalent. That's what we were talking about in the previous lesson, that every role is nothing but a JSON file. And you are clearly able to see the JSON file right here in this section. And we're talking about different attributes of a role like name, ID, whether it is custom or not, the description of it, and actions, what is it allowed to do and what it is not allowed to do, and then the scope of the object. This is something you can clearly see from the PowerShell commandlet, which is get-az role definition. Of course, you can use your PowerShell skills now to filter this further. So I'm going to pipe it and say, hey, I just want to see the name and then the description of the Azure role. So when you hit enter, it's going to pull up all the roles that I have and their respective descriptions. You can always filter it further and then say, hey, I don't want to see the name and description, but show me just the actions. And probably you also want to take a look at not actions. And when you hit enter, it's going to just show what kind of activities are possible using various roles that we have in our subscription. Okay, with this, we are not only able to see the power of Azure roles and how deeply it is integrated into Azure, but also the power of PowerShell that you can derive the values right from the command line interface available here. Alright, so in the next section, let's go ahead and take a look at the different kinds of user accounts and groups that can be created in Azure Active Directory.